Divine Beauties, welcome back to my channel, Divine Beauty, where we talk about all things beauty from the inner, the outer, physical, mentally, and spirituality growth. Grab your favorite drink, whether that be water, matcha tea, coffee, baby girl, and let's roll with it. Go ahead and like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and know that I appreciate you. So today is Tuesday, Testimony Tuesday. On my other videos, I talk about the beauty of fasting, whether that be asking for a breakthrough, demanding a breakthrough, or just being obedient. Fasting is a beautiful thing when you feel called to, and really pray on it first before you do it. Ask your doctor, and also ask God, what kind of fast do you want me to do? What kind of fast do you want me to do? Whether that be a non-liquid fast, no food, no liquid fast. It just depends. And if you're new at it, I encourage you to go slow and also talk to your doctor before you do it. So Testimony Tuesday, on some of my videos, I talk about those things. And one of the testimonies that I haven't gave that I want to speak about today is, have you ever wanted something and then you were told you will have it? Like literally you will have it, and you're just like, okay, I believe it, but why am I not seeing it? A while back, one of my mentors told me, think of a cow or a duck, bring it to your existence. I want you to think of that, and now that you thought about it, I want you to have a heart desire for it. So now your heart desires it. The thing is, you cannot buy this thing. You cannot tell someone to buy it for you. It will come into your life naturally. I remember choosing a duck. And for the past, it was already going into 2 months, I would see ducks everywhere. Everywhere I would go, there just happened to be ducks everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why can't I just buy this? Why can't I just get it? Like, it's right here. But the thing was, you cannot buy it yourself. You cannot get it yourself, and you cannot tell somebody else to get it for you. So for 2 months, I was seeing ducks even more. It's funny because, have you ever wanted something and then someone says you can't have it, and then you feel like you want it even more? So that's what was going on with me. It was like, I'm being told I'm going to have this thing, and I see it everywhere. And I know that I have the ability to buy it right now because they're like, what, $3, $4? And I was like, why can't I just buy it? But I had to obey. And it was so beautiful. So it was already going into 2 months, and I was like, when is this happening? And in those 2 months, I felt like my whole life was starting to feel like that too. Not only with the duck, but other things that I was wanting. And I was like, why does this feel like I don't have it? I remember I was looking for a salon too, like another building, and it was just everywhere. And at one point, I even got my hopes up because it was ready to go. Like, the building was ready to go. I had the check ready for the guy to pick up. It was all ready to go. And then the day of the pickup, he never showed up. And he decided to give it to somebody else that, was a man. And he just said that, it would probably be better if it was a barbershop. And I was like, okay. I was hurt, but I trust God. And I was like, okay. I prayed on it. God did something where it was just like, not this one. Not this one. Eventually, a week later, he ended up calling me back because he was like, I made a mistake. I feel like I would want it to be a salon. And by that time, in 1 week, so many changes had happened. I had actually got called for another building too. So I'm all over the place right now. I'm sorry. Bear with me, okay? We're going back to how this has to do a little bit with the duck, okay? So then during that week, I remember walking, and I'm like, I see these ducks everywhere. Why can't I get it? Why is it feeling like this? And I remember there was a guy who at that time was trying to pursue me, and he knew about my little duck story. And mind you, he went to the human being. And he was like, Lydia, I tried to buy you a duck, but they weren't selling it. I was like, yeah, they don't sell their ducks. They're not for sale. And he's like, I was so annoyed with the little kid. Like, just give me the duck. And I was like, you tried to bribe him? And he goes, yeah. He was like, I told him, no one's going to know. Just sell it to me. And the kid was like, I can't sell you this. I'll get in trouble. And he's like, I'll give you $100 for it. And the kid was like, I'm sorry. I was so proud of the kid, because some people would definitely take the money and give them the duck, but a person who has like a conscious awareness and knows what's right and wrong, even though he could have had that $100, he decided to say no to the guy. And then when that guy told me the story, he actually thought that I would probably, I don't know what he was thinking, that I would find it cute or that I would be upset with the kid, but I was actually upset with him. And he actually answered prayers for me too, because I was like, I haven't said yes to this guy on a date. I don't know why. I just feel a strong no. And then when I prayed about him too, that was my confirmation that him and I are not aligned. I would never tell a kid to do something that I know they're not supposed to do and bribe them with money. So that was my answer with that. I got my answer with that. So I didn't pursue I didn't let him pursue anything with me. I was actually very turned off by his story. And I actually went back to the kid, to the human being, and I gave the kid $50. And he was like, what is this for? I was like, because doing the right thing also comes with reward. And I really wanted him to know that, because it was around Christmas. It was around... And, you know, he could have easily been like, I could use that $100 for something. And so I wanted him to know that he did the right thing and that you still get rewarded for the right things. And he was so excited. And it was beautiful. And so that's part of the journey of looking for this duck, okay? Or getting this duck. So that was one testimony. And it was beautiful. The second was testimony about praying about that man pursuing me. Confirmation, no, we didn't have the same values. So then I'm walking at the park and I'm just like, God, why is it, like, what is going on? Like, when will I ever receive this duck? And when will I ever receive, like, I know about this building, it's coming in this week, but I wanted to feel peaceful. Like, and these are blessings that are coming in, but I'm also just so focused on the duck. And I was like, you know what? I surrender. I don't want the duck anymore. I'm annoyed that I can't buy it for myself, but I also can't tell anyone to buy it for me. Like, I don't see how this little rubber ducky is just gonna come in. 2 days later, I walk again at the park, and I'm just walking, minding my own business, and I step on something. This. And during that time, I was fasting, okay? So I step on this. It's a little duck, a charm, with a unicorn sitting on top of it, and a matcha latte. The duck came in even better than expected. It was not only a duck, it had a unicorn on it with drinking a matcha latte, which I love matchas. And I stepped on it naturally, picked it up. That was confirmation. God is so good. The testimony on this is that you could be wanting something so bad right now. You could be feeling like, I see it, I feel it, I know it. Why is it so hard to achieve it right now? Mamita, if you believe in miracles, you will always experience a miracle. You will always experience a miracle. And it will come in ways where you least expect it. Our Father loves us unconditionally. He hears us. He hears what we ask for. He doesn't place things on our heart to be like, now I'm going to dangle it in front of you so you can hurt and watch people see, like, reach it. Other people have it and never give it to you. I am working on you. I am guiding you. And yours is going to look so different from just what everyone else's looks like. That day changed my life completely. It changed I've always been, I consider myself a fruitful, faithful girl. I love God. I've loved him since I remember my first encounter with him, and I was 7. I just knew there was something greater than me waking me up every morning with a beating heart, because I also had heart problems, and I knew that in order for my heart to wake up that morning, it had to take something that wasn't of me, something that wasn't of science, something that was a miracle. It was God waking me up every morning. So I knew there was something greater than me. And then I would always pray to keep me safe, So I knew God since probably since, my parents introduced me since I was a baby. But my real encounter was 7. And then just my faith years ago, this was years ago, got so much stronger with this charm. To some people, it's just a charm. To me, it's God speaking to me. That anytime I feel like I am not getting what I want, and why it seems so hard and so difficult, to trust that he's going to give it to me, and even better. The same week I got this charm, I got my salon. And I surrendered it to God too. I said, let it be a place of you, your energy, your love, your guidance. That when I have people in my chair, they feel your presence, they feel your love, they feel your divine. That they walk out of here feeling so energized, so beautiful, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually. I also said, if it's for me, it'll be a smooth flow. It will just, it's not always going to be a smooth flow, but even when those things look so hard, when you put God center to it, it will start to flow so beautiful. And it did. The salon definitely didn't have an extra room for me to do waxes. And I told my landlord, I do facials and waxes. I need an extra room. And she's like, girl, I got you. But it wasn't so much she got me. It was God got us. He did everything to make it possible. So I am speaking to someone. If you clicked on this video, it is for you, baby girl. I know that the year is almost over, and you probably asked for something in January that you don't see yet. And you're just like, what? I asked for this, and why isn't it here? I can see it. I can feel it. I know it. So why is it so hard? Mommy, let him go to work. Surrender. Surrender and know that it can happen within a day. Things can be shifted when you surrender. When I went on this walk, I had already let it go. I wasn't thinking, I was done. I'm like, this is so weird. This is so dumb. Like, I'm going to tell my mentor, this is so annoying. That day, got my duck. If I would have got it the minute I started 2 months before that, it would have been so easy. It would have been so easy. I wouldn't have been able to share this testimony with you. How I felt, how hard it felt, how annoyed I felt, how frustrated I felt, how disappointed I felt. But the minute that I decided to be like, you know what? I don't have this duck, but there are beautiful trees surrounding me. I am able to do this fruitful walk. I am able to take, an extra hour off of work today so that way I can do this walk. I am able to spend time with God today. I am able to do this. Like, the minute that I just seen the love and the joy in that, and I stopped looking for the duck or wanting it, it came to me. And that's how you're going to be, baby girl. Whatever it is you're asking for, surrender. Surrender. I know that I'm giving you good vibes, good vibrations, good love, sending you, baby girl, good prayers. And I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering you on. There will be so many more testimonies on this channel that I can share with you, and hopefully with that it will lift your spirit up to become a believer, a fruitful girl, a faithful girl, knowing that it is your birthright to be happy, to feel joy. And so on this channel, I hope it inspires you with something. So think about it. Maybe let's start with this. Let's start with, think of a cow or a duck. Close your eyes. See one. And now give it, I'm going to tell you what my mentor told me. Give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. Some people say you can't put a date on it. You're not supposed, you actually can. When you have an abundance mindset, you actually can put a date on it. It's actually really healthy for you to do that. And actually, God wants you to be a person to ask and believe and receive. He doesn't want you to be like, when you're ready. No, he's asking you to be like, it's ready, girl. I'm going to work on you to receive it when you're ready. When are you ready? When are you ready to receive what you know you've been wanting? And that's what he's going to do. A vision, a duck or a cow. And then now you're going to find yourself seeing them everywhere. And then you're going to be like, Lydia, like, I can't just get it. No, mamita, it is going to come to you naturally. You can't tell someone else because they'll want to buy it for you. Keep it to yourself. Let it come in naturally. And if someone does buy it for you, that's okay. But you didn't tell them. So you received it in a different way. And now, baby girl, I receive these ducks everywhere. People see a duck, they give it to me. I even have a duck tattoo on me as my Testimony Tuesday. It's my little charm. It's a way of me remembering to keep faith that things could happen with him easily. I hope this video inspired you. Remember, think about either a duck or a cow. Let it come into you. Envision it. Bring it in. And let me know. Share, come back to this video and comment. Give me a testimony if you received it and how did you receive it, and have fun with it, okay? Have joy in it. Be excited about it. And then, yeah, there's going to come a time where you're going to feel disappointed and frustrated. But don't give up. I'm excited to hear your comments, or to read your comments, to hear your testimony. And I hope this works for you. Have an amazing Tuesday. And remember, fruitful girl.